Hello. Oh, gotta move my chair over. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. I've got a hot drink and a cold drink today. I have Russian tea, also known as spice tea, also known as tang and lemonade and tea mix and cinnamon and cloves and deliciousness. Somebody's called it spice tea before. It's still very hot. That's my hot drink, which I have to drink first before it gets cold. And I also have a Cayman Jack Moscow Mule because yum. What is everybody drinking and reading? Yes, me too. That is kind of priority number one, celebration of discipline. I have only read the first of the 4 chapters. So I have worship, guidance, and celebration to read. But it's just, well, like 50 pages. So I should be able to finish it tonight. And then I also have Nightfall, which is book 6 of The Keeper of Lost Cities. I'm reading this with Amy Bowman, or Amy's Bookish Life, I think is her channel. I'm failing at our buddy read. I've only just begun. Yikes! But I have had a couple other things going on this month. So let's see. Hey, Christy and Amy and Debbie and Amy and Rebecca and Paula and everybody. I'm so glad you're here. So we've got some Murder at the Vicarage and drinking Pepsi, reading Ship of Magic. Ooh, how are you liking Ship of Magic? That's my next Robin Hobb book to read when I feel the urge for a fantasy. Eating rice pudding and reading The Loveliest Little Chocolate Shop in Paris. That sounds lovely. Let's see. Spinning Silver, Paris Library, and cherry flavored water. Love it. Hot black coffee and reading At Bertram's Hotel. Another Agatha Christie fan. Oof. Paris Apartment, Dune Messiah. Nice, The Lovely War, drinking water and reading a Chevy Stevens book. Oh, I just saw ballerinas at a thrift store the other day, and I don't think it's a book for me, but I was like, is it too early to start collecting Christmas book exchange books? Yes, it is too early. Second coffee of the morning. Hello, Lee, my Aussie friend. The Island of Missing Trees. Nice. Miss Bunkle's married. Cute. That sounds fun. Oh no. Yikes. I love it. What are you starting off with, Maria? Yay. I have that on audio. No, I have the second one. Finley Donovan Knocks Him Dead on audio, but I can't find my NetGalley app on my phone. I have it. When I go into the app store, it just says open, not download. I just don't know where it is. I love it. Christy and her piles. How am I not surprised? And your reel with the swiping on Jane Austen, fellows, was super cute. I enjoyed that. Oh, another starting middle grade March early. Love, love, love. I wholeheartedly support that decision. Oh, nice. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. Nice. Blood of Olympus. I know. I keep looking at I had to put a bunch of middle grade books away today because I needed my little table that I use in here, and it was stacked high from our recommendations video last weekend. Last weekend. And I hadn't put them all away yet because this is where my mom slept when she was here. So I haven't really been in this room while she was here. And so I cleaned it up a little today and put all those books away. And I was like, oh, I want to read some of these right now. Amy, I am going to be reading this book tonight. I see that you're here. Hello. I have read the first 3 chapters. I just haven't boxed you yet because because I just haven't. Because life. But I will give an update on my brother. He is doing well. Thank God. Oh my word. This has been a very long month. He has been in the hospital for over a month now. He went in on January 25th, and I was talking with my mom. This was the worst it's ever been. The longest time on the vent, the longest time in the ICU. Uh, it just was a doozy of a month. And legitimate, his life was at stake, like hanging in the balance for the first few days. It was a very scary time, but he was moved on Monday into a regular room out of the ICU finally. Yay, praise God. And is just now slowly gaining his strength. And yeah, they were able to stop the dialysis he needed to be on. They were able to stop a lot of other things, blood pressure medicine. So he's still on a few things, but nothing major at this point. We're just praying. Well, he did get a blood transfusion yesterday, I want to say. So now it's a matter of his numbers staying regulated. So his white blood cell count needs to stay down and his red blood cell count needs to stay up. And if that can stay in the right zones for a few days, then we're very hopeful maybe early next week to come home. The PT wants him to go to a rehab place, and he's like, I just want to go home. He just really wants to come home. A lot of mental hurdles to now get over. Yeah, he has still a lot of anxiety surrounding this experience in particular. So we have been talking about finding a psychologist, like for therapy, which I highly recommend for him to do. I think it would be so beneficial, especially to find somebody who specializes in medical PTSD ultimately. So that's what we're trying to walk through that a little bit more when he comes home. We're really just wanting his physical body to get strong enough to come home and be safe while he's here. But yeah, thank you so much. I know many of you have been praying and checking in, and I appreciate it. But yeah, it's very exciting to hear him be a little cranky and get on my case about stuff, and I get on his case about stuff. Like it's good to see him start to be more and more like himself. But that is the Jordan update. Get that not out of the way, but I'll share that at the beginning before we get going here. Yeah, I don't know how to wrap my mind around. I wouldn't know how to begin to wrap my mind around the fact that I almost died and didn't. Like that in itself is a major thing to process. And then also that he has zero memory of the first basically 20 days in the ICU. He doesn't remember really any of it because he was so heavily sedated for those first couple of weeks. And I don't know how to process that either. I wouldn't know. So I told him, I'm like, I can listen and I can pray for you and I can encourage you and like give you pep talks, but I don't really fully know how to help you process it. So I can do what I can do best, be your sister and love you and give you encouragement. But he needs to have somebody, because he has a few situations like being in the dark now is a major, like I have it written on his board in his room to keep the lights on all night. So if someone comes in and he's sleeping, like they think they're being helpful to turn off the lights, and that's like a no-go. He needs to have the lights on right now. He refuses to be in the bed. So he's just like sitting in the chair the whole time. Because yeah, it just causes him to panic a lot right now. So yeah, there's a lot of things he still has to work through, and I probably shouldn't be sharing all of it. So I will stop there. But yeah, continue to pray for those who are praying friends and thoughtful friends. Thoughtful friends. I appreciate you guys all so much. But yeah, we're gonna move. We're gonna move on. Oh man, I'm excited though to have a cozy night reading, um, and hanging out with you guys as we wrap up February. I definitely am geared up for an amazing middle grade March. Oh my word, I'm so beyond excited that it just is going to be a couple days away. Um, mm, this tea is so good. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really loving my nails that I painted this morning. I'm like, oh, they're cute. Such a dork. Um, yeah, I know, Christy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. And that's what I've been talking to him about. I'm like, we've been working for the last month on healing your body, but your mind is part of your body, and that is going to take some time to heal as well. Um, yeah, so I've been talking to him a lot about that. And he knows it's just he is he is not really a go-getter. He doesn't take a lot of initiative. So I'm gonna have to like handhold him through all of that. But yeah, I think it's going to be really, really helpful for him. And he kind of has been refusing anxiety meds because he wants to be in control of when he's sleeping. And most anxiety meds are also sedatives, a light sedative. And he does not want to have any sedatives right now. Like he wants to be in full control over when he's awake and asleep. So, yes, it's Olive in June. Isn't it pretty? I forget the color. It's like a light pink. I forget the color, but I really like it. Jeanette, my tea is a powder mix that I made. It was called Russian tea. I think if you look it up, you can find either like Russian friendship tea or spice tea. It's like tang and lemonade and tea mix, like powdered tea mix, lemonade tang tea mix, cinnamon and cloves, and it's delicious. Yeah, if you guys are not reading, tell us what you're doing. So Molly's going to be scrapbooking for a bit. I love it. Brandy, let's see. On Alive, Amanda mentioned a book about a young girl sent to live with her grandma. She does not know anyone or speak the language. Oh, was it the length of a string? I don't know. I don't think that might. I don't know if that's it because I don't think they spoke different languages. Um, a young girl goes to visit her grandma. I feel like that could be a lot of books. And Amanda talked about a few that I didn't know. But we will do our first 15-minute warm-up sprint at 45. 45. Oh. Was it Heidi? Oh yeah, it could have been Heidi. Christmas by the book. Nice. Let me put this on here so I don't forget. Hot raspberry ginger lemon with honey. Oh my word, Danielle, that sounds amazing. I love fruity teas. I am someone who needs to add a lot of sweetener to my tea. My brother can just drink tea straight, like without any uh sweetener in it, and I am not that person. I need a lot of sweetener. Oh, Need to Love. Is that the one? That was on Book Outlet. I just got that and I remembered Amanda talking about it. That was enough for me. I don't remember the summary of that one though. I know it has to do with baking. Oh, Mia, I'm glad that you're here as well. I have won two. I think I've won two Goodreads giveaways. I forgot about them. I need to get on there and sign up for some. Oh, that's what it was. All You Need Is Love with Knead. Thank you, Katie. Perfect. Nice blueberry muffins. Congratulations, Kelly. And Jeanette won a couple. I make it. I mix the powders myself. I buy Tang, I buy lemonade, I buy iced tea mix. I have cinnamon and cloves in my cupboard, and I use a recipe and I mix them all up, and then I pour it into a little container. I actually use the Tang container. I just tear the wrapper off. I make them and give them away for Christmas and stuff because it's like my Christmas drink, but I still have some left. You would never add sweetener. Okay, time to read, friends. I'm starting with Celebration of Discipline because I need to get caught up before tomorrow's talk about it. Hello, hello. Come on back, friends. Welcome, Ginny. You haven't missed much, just our first little warm-up sprint. How did everybody do? I am reading right now The Celebration of Discipline, nonfiction book, like read along that I'm doing this month. And we have our conversation on the last 4 chapters tomorrow. And I have 3 chapters still to go, 2.5 now. And then if I finish that, I'll pick up Nightfall, Keeper of the Lost Cities. But I have to finish this one first. So I'm working on that. I don't think Melinda, I love that you were doing a puzzle. I didn't count pages. I never count pages. Let's see what I did. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 10 and a half pages. About the same. What chapter are you in, Tiffany? I'm still in worship. I have ways to go. When does the new one come out? When is the next? It's like book 9, right? I think. Good job, Rachel. Get on that elliptical. I love it. Yay. I love book 3, Everblaze, and book 4, I forget what it's called. Those are my favorites still. Her stink bug friend. Stink bugs are the worst. November? Did I say November? Oh, that's when it's coming out. Sorry. Book 9 comes out in November. Yes. Awesome. Sorry. I'm like, what is November? Oh, wow. What a cool way to work through this book. Not only to do it with somebody else, but to practice each of the different disciplines. That's really cool, Emily. What a neat experience for you. Your daughter keeps stink bugs as pets. Ew. That's not fun. It's kind of gross. Gotta love kids. I was having an idea. I don't know if it's already. I guess it's already been a thing. Who created this? Why waste 100? Sorry. Oh, never mind. She gives them all names. The stink bugs get names. I was thinking it would be fun to create a middle grade March book tag with you guys, but Amanda created one 2 years ago, and I didn't know that it was her that created it until just now. So never mind. I will just do Amanda's tag. I didn't think up anything exciting for us to do tonight other than just chat. I'm going to move that because it drives me nuts. Because I've been busy, but we could just chat. Oh, I did want to ask if anybody's made anything good in their Instant Pot lately, because I don't think I did it in the Instant, or not just Instant Pot, Crock Pot as well. Rachel, you told me last time about that potato soup, and I made that 2 weeks ago whenever our last live was, and it was so good. It was so good. And it was like my lunches for the week because it made a ton. It was so good. So I'm like, well, I wonder what anybody's been cooking this week. Maybe I could get another brilliant idea and have another great week of lunches. Yeah, Tiffany. So Amanda from the Curly Reader created the middle grade book tag, I think it's called. Um, so I'm gonna look that up and hopefully try to film it soon, so I can do start off the month with that, and people can roll with it throughout the month. Melissa, this has been me every year until this year. I told myself I am not allowed to get books out of the library this March because I have two shelves on my middle grade bookshelf that are double stacked, like behind books and stacked up and overflowing of books that I want to read, of middle grade books in particular. However, I do have out the Beatrice Prophecy by Katie Camillo, and I have out Starfish by Lisa Phipps. I have out Born Behind Bars because that was my patron pick from February, and I haven't read it yet, so I still have that one out from the library. I think those are the only three middle grade books I have checked out right now. I think so. I have those three, but that's it. But the first 2 years, even last year and the year before, but the first 2 years, I think I had 50 books checked out. Like my whole shelf in the other room was like the whole top of the shelf was jam packed with library books. I just couldn't resist. But now I'm like, I'm determined this year to read books off my shelves. Is anybody going to go for a book a day? I've completed a book a day maybe 3 of the 5 years, or 2 of the 5 years. I think I hit 31, and 1 year I got close. Um, but yeah. Okay, so I missed a food thing here. Let's see. Amy, I want this. I want this recipe, cheeseburger soup. Was it good? Was it a crock pot? Was it like a creamy soup? Or was it like a meatball kind of Toscana, zuppa Toscana type of soup? Um, let's see. What a good helper, Mia. I love it. Yay for first timers. Woohoo! Oh, nice. I love to do this. Actually, I don't think I have any chicken in my freezer right now. I love to just make shredded chicken from the crock pot and then use it all week long to make like buffalo chicken, or use chicken for salads or for tacos. Another thing I like is to make salsa chicken, which is just like chicken in the crock pot with a jar of salsa dumped on it. And that's really good too. When You Trap a Tiger, yeah, that's on my shelves. The Line Tender is on my shelves as well. Very curious what you think about that one. I haven't read it yet. Oh, nice. That's fun. Yeah, I think this is kind of how I approach it recently. And I think last year I made it, but I wasn't planning on it. I think only 1 year I've actually intentionally went for it. I think last year, midway through the month, I'm like, I might as well go for it because I've already read so many. But it's a fun challenge. I think of it more as just reading 31 books rather than a book a day, because I just, some days are just not possible to read a full book, but I just try to get to 31 by the end of the month. Yeah, I've just heard good things about Starfish. My clock? What clock? Tell me. Oh, it's a creamy one. Okay. Let me know. Let me know that recipe. If you have a specific recipe, I would love it. Yay for another first timer. I'm so happy. Gotta love an unexpected trip to Barnes and Nobles, Nicole. What did you get? What did you get? Sorry for the white balance when I put this cup like changes. I didn't turn on the two other lights that I have in this room. I wanted it to be a little more cozy instead of bright lights. Yeah, this is true. Audiobooks save the day when I'm trying for a book a day. Nice. 11 is a good number. That's still a lot of books to read in a month, right? I guess I've done it before. I'll see if I can find it and do it again. But yeah, I know Amanda created one like 2 years ago, I think. Oh, yum. I don't need it to be an Instant Pot. It can be crock pot or stovetop. I just pulled out some chili from the freezer today because I had last time I made chili, I split it in half and put half of it in the freezer because it just makes so much that I don't want to eat it for every single meal and I don't want it to go bad. But yeah, are you doing, I think the other two that I know of are March of the Mammoths and March Mystery Madness. I feel like I can do March of the Mammoths because all of these books are mammoths. And once I finish this one with Amy, we will probably dive right into the next one, potentially. Books like this make book a day hard, but that's okay. I'm not concerned with getting a book a day this year. Yay for reading sprints. Welcome. Lots of you guys are first timers. I love it. Not surprising. There's so many good ones. And the more people share their TBRs and stacks on Instagram and recommendations, I am just like, oof, I need that one. Oof, I need that one. I may or may not have placed a book outlet order today because this was a book by month for me. Not a lot, but I have gotten a couple thrift store books and stuff. And um my goal for the year is 6 months of no buying. And so I might make March another no buy month. So I did place a book outlet order today. I think it's been since November since I placed one. So that's kind of fun. Gotta love those buddy reads. Aw, yeah, you will love it. Only Plane in the Sky is going to be worth every penny. It's so good. So good. Yay. Yay for your middle grade March mug. I love, love, love it. Get get that babysitting though. That's okay, Mia. Pop in whenever you can. Oh, nice. That's a good goal. You can absolutely hit that up in a month. They're pretty quick in general, and they're so lovely. Oh, this is kind of cool. So you've been buying a whole chicken, removing the breast for some recipe, and then baking the rest with garlic vinegar and olive oil in a in a Dutch oven. Nice. I am not a dark meat fan, however. Chicken breast all the way for me. My brother is a chicken thigh person. I'm a chicken breast person. Yes, mom went home on Thursday morning. I drove her to the airport before I went to work. She made it home safely to a snowstorm. It was funny because on Wednesday, I had the surprise day off. The girls I watch on Wednesday were sick last week. So I had a surprise day off. So mom went to go see Jordan in the morning. And then we went out and did some thrift store stuff. I took books back to Second and Charles for store credit. And then we grabbed a late lunch and went and found a park to walk around, like walked around this little lake pond thing. And it was almost 70 degrees. It was a little on the cool side, but like totally warm for February. And she got home on Thursday, and then they had either a 2-hour delay or no school on Friday because of storm. I'm like, sorry. Yeah, it was so good to have my mom here for sure. So, so good. I want the recipe. I want the recipe, please. Oh yeah, Spring into Reading. I've heard of that one too. Roll of Reads in the Final Book Support Group. I've never heard of some of those. Fun. Aw, is the best. Readathon. I love it. Yay. I can't wait to see everybody's TBR. There's already so many, and I've watched so many videos and met so many new people already. I can't wait. I just love this month so much. Guys, and I have 34 35-ish people in the collab video that's of recommendations that's coming out on March 1st on Tuesday. And I got to tell you, there are some fabulous books. I do not have any overlaps. It's my favorite thing every year because I don't give guidelines. I'm like, here, if you want to match a prompt, do it. If you want to just pick something that you love, do it. And every year I have usually just one, maybe two books that more than one person talks about. This year there are 0 so far. Every book is unique. And I reached out to a ton of new-ish booktubers. So there are a lot of people on there who have fewer than 500 followers. One has less than 25. So I'm really excited to like shout out these new channels and also just share the middle grade love. Obviously, I love that, but I'm really excited because there's a lot of new people on there that I think you guys are going to really connect with. Their videos are fabulous. They're little 1-minute clips. It's going to be a long one, but it's coming out on Tuesday, and it's my favorite thing to do every middle grade March. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Next sprint is going to be at 8:20. We'll go from 20 to 40. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Melinda. I'm loving it. Hi, welcome. This is what we do. We just chat and then we'll read for 20 minutes and then we'll chat some more and then we'll read some more back and forth for as long as we feel like it. I love it. I love it. Middle grade March. It's a great connector. And uh-oh. Mine said 8. I hope I didn't mess that up. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, if you are on Instagram, even on YouTube, follow the hashtag or like search the hashtag middle grade March, but also on Instagram, we now have an Instagram at middle grade March, which we've just been really busy and we haven't done too much with it yet other than share people's stuff on our stories, but be sure to follow at middle grade March on Instagram and we will be continuing to share people's stuff. We will be posting. There's going to be Instagram challenges going up, I think tomorrow or Monday. We might announce it tomorrow. The challenge will run from Monday to Friday and there's going to be little giveaways throughout the month for people who are on Instagram and want to participate in that way. Simple ones. Some are more challenging than others. What we wanted 2 of them to be simple and 2 of them to be a little bit of a challenge. So if you're on Instagram, that's a little bonus for you over there. Oh, good point. If you're not like caught up to where we are right now. Yeah, I've done that before too, Brandy. Good thinking. Oh my word, so many books I had never even heard of before, which I love. And I was so excited because I had every prompt had about 6 people, 5, 6, or 7 people, except for Asian main character. And then today, 2 more people sent me their links and they had Asian main character. I had only had 2 and now I have 4. So I'm excited that is a little bit more beefed up. I was getting worried. Not really worried. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah. I have not heard that Pachinko is going to be on TV. That's interesting. Yeah, I have started a playlist as well of all the middle grade March videos that I can find. I probably don't have all of them yet, but I've been adding some every day to a playlist as well because that was a great idea Amanda had. Oh man. It's okay to not go in with a plan because it's all just for fun, ultimately. You do not have to make a TBR. You do not have to follow the prompts, and it's time to read. Stink. I got caught up in talking middle grade March. It's clearly something I'm passionate about. So we're going to go right now. We'll make this our wonky one. We'll do 21 to 41. Just because. No, I like what you sent though, Tiffany. It's a good one too. But yeah, I need to plug in my computer before I forget. I'm still reading Celebration of Discipline for this next sprint. hopefully finish this chapter out. We'll see. Apple TV. Okay, good. I'd be curious to see it. I liked the first half of Pachinko, but the second half of it I didn't love. All right. Happy reading, everybody. I will see you back here in 20 minutes. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but get your book or your project or do the dishes or whatever. Okay. All right. Come on back, friends. How did everybody do that sprint? I made it another, I don't know how many pages. All I know is I have 30, less than 30 pages to go. But I think I'll just finish this chapter in the next sprint and then switch over to like the fun book. I'm really enjoying this one too, but it's definitely not like fun. Hello, hello. Nice. I like Robin Hobb too. I really need to get back into her world. Nice. What book, Hannah? What book will you be reading? What's for dinner, Melissa? What is for dinner? Oh, how fun. I don't think I've never read the original source either, but I loved My Fair Lady growing up as well. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh no, that's West Side Story. Oh my word. What's the Oh no, it is My Fair Lady. No, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plane. I'm getting them all mixed up now. Oh my word. Oh, it's so good. If you are able, Nicole, to find the audiobook as well and read it alongside, like listen to it alongside reading it in print, the audiobook is phenomenal as well. And really hard. um, yeah, it's so good. I started a middle grade March page today that I'm going to try to finish up tomorrow. Hello, hello. Musical night. Yeah, I had a feeling I Feel Pretty was West Side Story. What was I thinking? I could have danced all night. That's the one. I could have danced all night. Just you wait and read agains. Just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be too late. I loved My Fair Lady. It's really long. I don't think I realized when I was younger how long it actually is, but I loved it. Ow. If you know, you know. Ooh, do you need help picking your middle grade March TBR? I'm sure that we could have some opinions. Oh man. Isn't this one that had a lot of mixed emotions? I think this had a lot of mixed opinions when it first came out on BookTube. Not It didn't come out on BookTube, but when it first came out, I heard a lot of mixed things on BookTube. I think I read the first one, but didn't continue with the series. Yes, Pygmalion is the source material for My Fair Lady. I did. I think I gave it 4 stars. I forgot I read that Hazel Gaynor. I read that one, Last Christmas in Paris, The Girl Who Came Home. Are those the only 3 that I've read? I have 2 or 3 more on my shelves as well. Yeah, I liked it. But I honestly don't remember it very much right now. If I did half stars, it might have been a 3.5. I just round up to 4. I give just about 4 is my go-to. if I liked a book. Fun. Yeah, reading Murder of Roger Ackroyd this week really made me want to read more mysteries. I really just had so much fun. I really had so much fun reading that Agatha Christie book. Yes, I know. Titanic, it's so good. That was my first Hazel Gaynor, and I loved it. Do tell. We all want to know. Good job. Nice. Um, the one that I have is bookseller in Kabul. Yes, Mary Poppins is long. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was really long. That's hilarious. I love it. It was very good. Nice. Good score. That's a good question, Rachel. What's everyone most excited to read? Yeah, you should be excited to read Sweep. It's amazing. Let me see. My TBR is like right on the couch behind you, behind my cart. I think I'm the most excited for, well, I think I'm the most excited for Pony, honestly, but also all 13, the nonfiction set in Thailand. I'm really excited for that. I'm also really excited for Escape from Mr. Lemoncellow's Library. I just think that that's going to be fun. Yeah, I have a lot. And The Shape of Thunder, I'm really excited for The Shape of Thunder. Oh man. Boo. I was not spoiled. I can imagine that that kind of ruins the first time reading through. Although now that I know, I really do want to read it again and see if I can pick up on clues a little better. Yes, stay awake. It's going to get so good. Yeah, there's a lot going on this month. Yay. DJ, is this your first time reading it? Well, that's cool. Sweep is so good. Premeditated Myrtle is such a fun name for a book. Oh, all you need is love. I think that's one that is in my book outlet cart. Well, not in the cart anymore. I purchased it today. I know it is hard to pick. The Bookshop of Dust and Dreams. That sounds cool. Oh, the third. I should try to read that this month too. That's not even on my TBR. I love that series. Oh, I'm All Unbound is on my TBR. Golden Girl. I know it makes me happy to see how many people are reading Sweep. It's so good. You have sold me on Frostheart. I do want to get that one, but I'm not getting books out of the library right now, so it'll have to wait. But I do want to read Frostheart, Lee, after you talked about it. Yay for Keeper. I liked A Bridge Home, but I didn't love it. I'm very curious, DJ. You'll have to let me know when you read it what you think about it. Yay. I cannot believe I did not put The House with Chicken Legs on my TBR pile. The House with Chicken Legs. It could be 5 words in the title. I mean, I only had 16 books on my TBR, and I will most likely read more than that. So that's pretty high up there for me as well. I don't know. There's just so many. This is another one, Amari, that I really want to get to, but I don't own it, and I'm not getting books out of the library this month. So, but I don't think I've heard anybody say anything bad about Amari. I think everybody has loved it. I know. I know. Melinda, I found more books off my Newberry shelf or off my Newberry list. I was at Second and Charles and I used store credit and I got 3 more. I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only need 10 more and I've got them all. Yay. Oh, what a fun time starting the series. The Three Keys, A Place to Hang the Moon is so good. Yay for Keeper. Right? I feel you. Oh, someone's getting a head start. I love it. I probably won't read it until closer to the end of the month because I want it to be fresh in my mind for when we talk about it. Oh, yay. Marcy, if you're able to find the audiobook and read it in print, that's my favorite way to read middle grade books in print in verse is to listen while reading. Yes, I think you should still read it because it still might be fun to pick up on clues and see if you can, because you'll notice now that you know, you'll notice, I think, different things than I did because you know. I think it's still very clever and fun book. I think you would still enjoy it even if you know. I don't think so. I did or used to, or I don't know. I follow a lot of people. I haven't been watching very much lately though. This month has been just crazy. Keeper, pony. Oh, I'm glad to hear the audio is good. Nice. Also excited for Maisie Chan's Last Chance. Nice. Oh, here you go. Amy loved The Bridge Home. Nice. Thank you. I could have danced. Oh, fun, fun, fun. So many. Um, it was my favorite middle grade of last year. Other Words for Home. I read it during March and it stayed my top middle grade book for the year. I just loved it. I love middle grade books in verse that have this dual world issue, like a refugee or an immigrant story, or like, so I just read Red, White, and Whole, which is about an Indian girl from India, um, living in America and like her home life and her school life and trying to understand those. Other Words for Home is a direct refugee story. Like she starts out the book in Syria and then comes to the United States. So she loves her homeland and then also wants to live life here. And her ESL class is just so cool. Like I just loved it. I loved it so much. But if you like those two, or if you like Other Words for Home, I would recommend this one too, Inside Out and Back Again, which is a Vietnamese refugee, a Vietnamese, yeah, refugee coming to America, and the same type of a story, also written in verse. Yeah, so good, so good. I always love that question. Like when you're reading a book that you're just loving, you're like, is this going to be an all-time favorite? I don't know. Yay! Do it, do it. Melinda, yes, to Sweep and Out of My Mind. You can get them both fit in there. They're so good. We're gonna start reading in 5 minutes at 00. This is one that I just could not with her writing style. I think I read 5 sentences, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. I know it was super popular, especially when I first was on BookTube like 5 years ago, maybe. It was super popular, and so I got the first one. It's that kind of writing that's really filled with metaphors and people call it flowery. I just cannot. Like, just tell me what you want to tell me. Don't make it so pretty. I love beautiful writing, but I also like to understand what is being said. And the other one that was like that was a YA back in the day when I tried to read a lot more YA than I do now. Is it the same author? Tahira Mafi. What was her YA book series? I don't remember. But yeah, I can't with her. No, she didn't write Circumnavigated the Fairyland books. That's somebody different. But Tahira Mafi's book, Shatter Me. Yeah, no, couldn't do Shatter Me. Yeah, that's the one. No. Furthermore is the other one. Yes, I couldn't do that one either. Or maybe I never tried because I really didn't like the beginning of Shatter Me, but I didn't even get a whole chapter in, literally sentences. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. Oh man. Yes, it's just too flowery. Just say what you want to say. Maybe I'm just too simple minded, but I'm glad I'm not alone. I think there's a difference between beautiful writing and flowery writing. Because I would call, what's her name? Who wrote Sing Unburied Sing? Jesmyn Ward. I would call her writing beautiful, but it's not, I wouldn't call it flowery. I would call it poetic almost at times, which I don't normally like. That's not usually a draw for me. It's not a trigger for me. Not a trigger, but like a buzzword type of a thing when people say that. I just can't handle uh, that overly flowery writing. Yeah, I know it's well popular. It's very popular. Um, yeah, I missed. Yeah, too descriptive. I don't want to have to attend. I don't want to have to attend to the writing so much. I want to get swept up in the story, especially with a fiction book. I don't want to have to be thinking about it. Like, what are you trying to say here? I don't mind that as much in a nonfiction, especially if it's like, I mean, I guess I do that a little with classics. And I'm assuming if I had attended to it, I probably could have gotten into the writing, but I just didn't. It was a not right now. It was a I don't want to read it. I loved Sing Unburied Sing. It was weird and it was poetic, but it was I think well no, I read that before I met her. I heard her speak here at the like pre-COVID days. She came a lot the library, Richmond Library had an event and had her come and it was so interesting. But I think once you hear an author, I always have a little more appreciation for their work. But okay, let's see. We have 1 minute until it's time to read again. Let's see Katie's books. Um, NGM prompts. Orphan character sweep. Nice. Asian setting. A Wish in the Dark. Nice. Both. Love, love, love. Contemporary. All You Need Is Love. Awesome. Book older than you. I heard The Owl Call My Name. I've never even heard of that. More than 5 words. Like nothing amazing ever happened. I haven't heard of that either. Aw. And yeah, I can appreciate this. But okay. Everybody grab your books. I'm going to finish. I'll probably end up doing both in this sprint because I'm going to finish the chapter that I'm on and then I'm going to switch to this one. So I'm reading Celebration of Discipline and Nightfall this sprint. Grab your books. Let me put this banner up. Oops, show. There we go. I'll see you in 20 minutes. 19 minutes. Hello, hello. Come on back. How did everybody do? Hi, Trudy. Hi, Sylvia and Melissa. Welcome. I finished my chapter and then I checked in with my buddy about the first few chapters of Nightfall, and then there was only like 3 minutes left, so I scrolled on my phone for a few minutes. That's okay too. Do what you need to do. How did everybody else do? Just realizing I need to clean up in here a little bit more. Oh, Jamie, you're almost done. How are you liking it? I love this Tenderland. Some people didn't love the ending, but I loved it from start to finish. Hannah, we've been on for, I'll probably be on for another hour. So a couple more reading sprints. It is 9:22. Yeah, I'll probably be on till 10:30-ish. Hi, Victoria. My TBR one that you watched, or the recommendations live from last weekend? Catherine, you're going to finish or get close to it tonight as well. Christy, you are making the most of these sprints. You listened to some of Ivanhoe, posted your video, ate dinner, making chocolate milk. I love it. Cute. I haven't had chocolate milk in a really long time. That actually sounds really good. Oh, things you save in a fire. How are you liking that one, Melissa? These Precious Days by Ann Patchett. I don't think I've ever read anything by Ann Patchett. I did say, I have said that it's you. I know that it's you, Amy, and I said that it was you. There's my buddy. I'm reading with her. She's on chapter 10, and I'm on chapter 4. Yikes. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. There are some heartbreaking moments for sure. I loved it. Nice before book club. Get it done. Get it done. Yay. This is how I live my life on Saturday mornings is timer. I set a timer 15:15. I do 15 minutes of reading and then I get up and clean for 15 minutes in one room. So like I just focus on laundry, or I just focus on my bedroom, or I just focus on the kitchen, and then I go back and sit and read, and then I answer comments for 15 minutes, and then I read, and then I go do cleaning. It's how I do most of my weekend cleaning time. It's amazing what you can get done in a short amount of time when you're focused. Yay for halfway point. Shout out. Hey, listen, if you type in the comments, chances are I'll say your name. um, oh, my TBR list. Yeah. I've already added 3 more to it, or 4. Like, I've already talked about other ones today that I'm like, oh, I also want to read that. I also want to read that. Yeah, what is for dinner, Christy? Curious minds want to know. I have about 30 pages left too. Well, no, 30 or 20? 20 pages. I just have the last chapter, Celebration, but I'm saving it. I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, it is almost spring. Next month. Next month. Oh, yum. Beef burrito, veggie soup, and grapes. Love. That sounds delicious. Oh, AJ Fickery. Veronica, that's such a good one. I used to love Nestle's. My grandma worked at a Nestle's factory in New York for a long time. And you know how in your fridge there's usually like a crisper for a drawer for your veggies and a drawer for your fruit? Well, in her drawer was always miniatures like Butterfinger and 100 Grand and Nestle Crunch. miniature candies in her fridge. We loved going to grandma's house. Oh man, pizza. Um, Tiffany, I checked out your stories today on Instagram. You rocked the decluttering today with your craft area. Well done, girl. I thought that was awesome. It's very inspiring. Yeah, my mom does it too. She calls it 2020, which has a much nicer ring to it than 15:15. I just for my mind like 15 minutes rather than 20 minutes. She does it too. So we kind of grew up doing 2020. We are also the family that during commercials of a show, everybody gets up to go clean something or do something and then comes back for the show. It's back on. Someone will holler, it's back on. And we all come running back to the room if we're watching something together. But yeah, my mom is not a sit for a long time and do one thing. She gets up and does different things. And so it's kind of how we do it. Yeah, we're doing two. If any of you are patrons, I posted today that we're going to do Shape of Thunder and Peter Pan for March because when I filmed my middle grade March TBR, Shape of Thunder was winning the poll. And then, like 2 or 3 days later, Peter Pan was winning the poll. So they're both on my TBR anyway. I just didn't say that Peter Pan was a patron book club book in the video because I didn't know that it was going to win. So we'll do both of them. For dinner, I made French toast and sausage. I had breakfast for dinner today. I had French toast and sausage. I was craving it when I was in visiting my brother today. He was making his order for his food for tomorrow. It wasn't even one of the options, but I'm like, oh man, I could really go for some French toast. So I don't usually have bread at home, but we do right now because he's been craving turkey sandwiches. So I like bring him a turkey sandwich every time I go in. And so I have this whole loaf of bread and I'm like, I'm going to make some French toast tonight. Yum. Hey, Molly, I'm so glad you're excited for it. Diving in. Oh, I don't remember those ones that were both white and dark and milk chocolate. I don't remember. Oh no, it was broth. Ah, Victoria. I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's easy when it's just like a spurt, right? 5 minutes. We used to do mad dashes too because my dad was a pastor. And if he would, like, often people would just say they're coming over to drop something off or coming over, or he would invite someone over and we wouldn't know. So we would be like, mad dash, which when I was old enough to be like babysitting, mom and dad would let us know what time they'd be home. So 10 minutes before, I'd be like, okay, everybody, mad dash, mom and dad are coming home. Oh my goodness. Try it. It's so good. I used to do it in college when I was studying for a bunch of different subjects, right? Like I'd have 4 or 5 classes. And I just don't like to sit and do one thing for a really long time. I like to multitask in the sense of like I'll do this for a half an hour and then I'll switch and do another subject. Of course, if I get like into a project or whatever, or if I have 2 pages till the end of a chapter, I just continue until that project or chapter is finished before switching. So I'm not like super, super strict with it, but it's very helpful. I love it. Take two and don't call me in the morning. I love that. Yeah, breakfast for dinner rocks. Oh man, that's crazy. Where are you, Hope? Tacos for dinner is always a good option. Yum. Well done, Kayla. Brioche bread. That's fabulous. Thank you, Victoria. He is getting better. We're hopeful that sometime early next week, hopefully, like all the fingers crossed and all the prayers, we'll see. But oh golly, Mad Dash is crazy. Good night, Jess. That's what, yeah, seriously. So funny. Oh, no. I only have one grandparent left, my grandma, my mom's mom. She lives in the same town as my mom in a nursing home, and my mom is able to go in and see her, but she has to do a COVID test every time. Like one of those quick tests, she has to get a negative result right away in order to go in and see her. Um, I think they have been, was it a couple weeks ago, they had a little mini lockdown just for a week or so, um, because there was a couple cases, but I think that's only lasted for a week or something. Yeah, she just had her 90th birthday on February 15th. My grandma turned 90. Amazing. I love it. Your relatives in North Carolina always talked about Sunday after church visits. Uncle Charles would hide his car behind the house so nobody would stop by. I love that. That's funny. Yeah, you just never know sometimes when people are going to show up. But usually they're coming for you, right? Not for your clean house. So I know 90 is amazing, especially considering, I mean, a year ago, they just changed her medicines within the last few months. And it's like a different, she's a different person, which is amazing. Like she was incredibly delusional and like really, really bad for a long time there. But now I went in to see her around Christmas when I was up there. And yeah, I mean, she was fine. I mean, she's old and is in a wheelchair. Like she can't get around very much, but yeah. Oh, Out of the Dust is so good, Mia. I hope you're enjoying that one. Well done getting the kids to bed. Babysitting was my big job always. It still is. I'm a nanny. I love it. Kelly had chicken noodle soup. Oh, yum. That's awesome. My husband made me a kitty cocktail. Grenadine is a pomegranate. Is it really? I always thought grenadine was cherry. Yeah, it's a hard thing. Except my house is never perfect. So, but also I don't have a lot of people over. So I'm like, speaking of cocktails, I'm going to drink my Moscow Mule. I like to make my own Moscow Mule. I think this one would be the ginger is not strong enough for me in here. I would like a little more like kick with the ginger. It's still good though. I love a Moscow Mule. Does it say what it is? Nope. Kitty. Did you mean kitty like a child? I've never heard of a kitty cocktail. That's funny. Hey, if you guys have specific requests for things you want Amanda and Katie and I to talk about on our lives, because they're starting on Wednesday. Every Wednesday in March will be a live with Katie and Amanda and Krista. It's going to be a good time. But if you have things that you would like us to talk about, let me know. I could start a list. Yeah, it's amazing. Like the idea of getting to 90. I mean, if you have a Coke, just put it in a Coke. Oh my word. I went to trivia night for a while when I lived in Massachusetts. So much fun. It's like that random kind of information that you never know you're going to need to know. Oh man, your uncle boarded horses and worked a few acres, so Sunday was his only day off. Yeah, he just wanted a nap. Yeah, my Sunday afternoons were like quiet time in our house in general because my dad, that was his time to rest because we used to have Sunday morning and Sunday night service. So in the afternoons, we would play games and read the comics and try to be quiet. Um, that is a good question. I think we normally do 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. I think that's what we normally do. It might be like 9 and 8. It might be 9 o'clock Eastern, but they're usually about an hour. We don't try to keep it too late because it is a work week night. Um, what is going to be your first book? Well, you'll have to wait and see. Follow at Middle Grade March on Instagram. I'm going to post it there on Tuesday. Honestly, I haven't picked it out yet, so I'm going to have to decide between now and Tuesday. But I will post it on the Middle Grade March um, Instagram page channel. What do you call it? Page, I guess. Oh, that's awesome. And your teeth will the enamel will get eaten away. But you could use it to go clean your car engine. Once I learned that you can use Coke to clean out your car stuff, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not drinking that ever again. And I don't like it. I don't like dark colas. Trivia is fun. I should look up if I can find something here that has trivia. There's got to be places. Oh, fun. Bowling on Wednesdays. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of different editions, but I think the story inside should be the same. Just don't get a Disney one. Like get the original J.M. Barrie authored Peter Pan. They might look different, but I bet you the inside is kind of the same, Kim. We have decided the pony winners. I may need to pick another one for my YouTube because I haven't heard back from that person. I commented on her on the comment. We did choose them this week. Actually, Jess, who left already, I think. J Jess. I don't know how to say her name. Jaja. Yeah. Jess is one of the winners. She won my Instagram one. We chose them on Tuesday night. So everybody who has won has been contacted. We'll announce the winners in our live on our first live on Wednesday night. Officially like announce the winners. Hopefully I hear back from my YouTube person. Amanda sent both of hers out. She heard back from both of her people. I don't know about Katie yet. Oh, Out of the Dust is so good. Yeah, good. Come. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's a fun idea, Victoria. Icebreaker questions. Like the type of like, if you could fly anywhere in the world, where would you go? If you could jump into one middle grade book, where would you go? That's kind of a fun. Team Sunday nap. I love it. I wish I could take a nap tomorrow. That's not going to happen. Hi, Amy. Did my book group? Oh, no. I have my game night at church. I think it was a game night that you're talking about. It's still new, so not yet. This is a good one. Reading influences during your own middle grade years. Love that idea. Yes, I have read this and I love it. It's so good. Be nosy away. I'm here to answer anything you have to ask. No worries. Yeah, it's Roll of Thunder is really good. Okay, let's do a sprint like now. 40 to 00. 20 minutes. Uh I'm officially getting into keepers this time. So I'm going whole hog into this one. Gonna try to catch up to 80. It's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon. Um, but yeah, grab your books or your project, go finish dinner, wash the dinner dishes, whatever you need to do. We'll see you here in 20 minutes. Perfect timing. I just got to the end of a chapter. How did everybody do? Of kids you know reading books, there must be some funny ones. One of his named his cat Hatchet. Oh, I did not like that book. When you start biting your fingers, you know it's getting good. Oh, let me take this away. Oh, Catherine, good night. See you in 2 weeks. You're right. I'll be back. I read quite a few chapters. I like that this book has relatively short chapters. Look, I just when I go here, oh, it's just my hair. The chapters are, some of them are short, some of them are a little longer, but I got up to chapter 8, so I read chapters 4 through 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 chapters. Oh, I forget how much I love this. It's so fast paced. Oh man, about 10 pages and had a cupcake break. Oh, love a cupcake break. Nice. Emily, how are you liking Piranesi? Piranesi. I have heard such good things about that. It was on a lot of people's favorites of the year, so I added it to my last book of the month box. Oh, speaking of which, we'll find out the March books soon for book of the month. Finished eating. Allie, what was for dinner for you? I read 8 pages. Did you already say? You might have already said. I forget. Terry, 12 is very average for this group. Most people have been doing about 10 pages every sprint. So 12 is, you're doing good. Oh, you're liking it. Good. I'm excited to try it, but also I feel a little intimidated by it. I'm not sure why, but oh yeah, tacos. That's right. You did say that. Jen, I love when you get to a point where you just don't want to put it down until it's done. I love that. What's in your cart? I'm so curious. I should look up what I got today. Spoil my book haul that will come in March. Can I look at my orders? I should be able to, right? Let's see. It's loading. It's taking a long time to load your account. Past orders. So I got, oh man, have you ordered yet? Did you get When Stars Are Scattered? That is such a good middle grade graphic novel about a refugee. It's kind of more like a memoir, graphic memoir, I should say. It's so good. I got that. Halfway through my book. I've heard that it's strange. That's why I'm a little intimidated by it, I think. Bye, Christy. Glad you came and hung out and got some stuff done. You heard the ending was disappointing. Okay. Interesting. My Voxer didn't beep at me. Oh, it's on quiet. That's why. Chapters 4 through 10. I can get up to chapter 10 if we do another sprint. I will for sure. No bad influences. That's right. Loading the dishwasher. Oh, how I wish I had a dishwasher. Okay, good to know. Good to have audio. Okay, I'll see if I can find that whenever it's time to read it. Who knows when that will be? Not March. All You Need Is Love is in my cart for sure. Let's see. See order details. I got Float Plan, A Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem, When Stars Are Scattered. The second book of the Calpurnia Tate series. I haven't even read the first one, but the covers are so cool. The silhouette, I love it. It's called The Curious World of Calpurnia Tate. I have the first, The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate, so hopefully I like the first one. I have another middle grade called Which Way is Home? I love the cover of that. I bought an embroidery kit, create your own embroidery, because I want to try that. I got Malala Yousafzai's book of essays, I think. It's called We Are Displaced, My Journey and Stories from Refugee Girls. I really want to read that. The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow. Hadlow was Katie's favorite book of the year. So Katie, Life Between Words. The Last Year of the War by Susan Meissner, I've read before. I should be like sharing my screen so I could show you. How do I do that? Share? Nope. Oh yeah, how do I? Chrome tab. Here we go. Look, I'm learning new things. Last Year of the War, How to Be a Girl in the World by Kayla Carter. Someone mentioned that in our live recommendations. All You Need Is Love. Oh, I got a couple gifts for the little boy that I watch. Farm paint, like water painting and dinosaur like noise. Search and Find. He loves the Search and Find, but he's like 18 months old. So it has to be super simple. A book with orphan in the titles because I'm a sucker. Winter Born Home for Vengeance and Valor because it sounded good. And another book with orphan in the title because I think I'm going to do a thing. Well, these were the other ones. All You Need Is Love. Oh, yeah. Other Bennett Sister. We Are Displaced. Which Way is Home? Look at that cover. It's so pretty. Calpurnia Tate. When Stars Are Scattered is so good. Mischief and Mayhem and Float Flame. That is my big old order. And I used points because you guys gave me points. I think I saw something about that. I'm not working with them anymore, so I don't get the inside scoop. But yeah, I'm curious to see what it will be. I am a big fan of skipping. I skipped in February. I probably would have skipped one or two of the months that I got sent books, but I love cover buying on Book Outlet because they're so cheap. Yay, Tale of Despero is really cute. I know that one won. Did that one win a Newbery? Yes. But I think I like The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane even better than Despero. So if you're interested in another Kate DiCamillo, I would highly recommend The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. The Miraculous Journey. Hey, that's another 5 or more words in the title book as well. Yeah, We Are Displaced. Sounds like it's going to be so good. I read her book, I Am Malala, and loved it, except it got a little dry on some of the history parts of her country, but it was still really interesting overall. Oh no, that's a bummer that some of them were damaged and liquid damage. Oh no, that's no fun. I've heard The Other Bennett Sister is so good. People have been asking for more YA. I had Float Plan checked out from the library over the summer, but never got to it. Woohoo, learning new things. That's right. You learn something new every day. 7 options instead of 5. Very interesting. I think I'm gonna do in April, maybe. Well, my shelf spotlight will have something to do with orphans in the title because I think I have a lot. When I'm gonna have 2 more soon. Winn Dixie is also good. But I think Edward Tulane. I don't know. I love the 3 rancheros, Raimi, Louisiana, and Beverly. I love that series, but I still think The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane is my favorite Kate DiCamillo. I love her, but I love her. Oh, It's okay. I can skip that part. They're going to offer audiobooks? Interesting. I've never heard of Pursuit of Mary Bennett, but I'm into it. I love anything like Jane Austen / Pride and Prejudice related. Well, that's good to know, Terry. If you contact them and let them know that books were damaged, good to know. Yeah, I also skip over the two, Stevie. Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand was reading Lord of the Flies too. How are you liking it? I don't think it's a book I will ever read. Me too. I so want to read it. Oh, one of your booktube spins. I am making such good progress, guys, on Voyager, which was my booktube spin book. How many minutes do I have left? Oh, minutes. 13 hours and 33 minutes left. I have till the end of March. I don't think I'm going to get to the second one. The love story of Missy Carmichael. I don't think I'm going to get to that one before the end of March. We'll see. If I could find it on audio, it's possible. Because I usually do squeeze in a couple adult books in with all the middle grade, but let's do another. We're going to end it out with a 15-minute sprint, and then we'll kind of come back on and say goodnight. So we'll do, what are we at? 10, 11. We'll do 15 to 30. And then show. Whoops. Save. Show. And then we'll come back on and say goodnight because it's been almost 3 hours. And your girl has all of my clean laundry. It's folded, but I dumped it out on my bed. So I have to put it away before I can go to sleep. And I have another load in the dryer still that I need to fold up. But I would like to get laundry done and dusted before the end of the night. So you're doing all middle grade, Kim. I love it. Keeper of the Lost Cities. Vanderbeekers. Yes, I love the Vanderbeekers. Murder is Bad Manners. Fun. Did you read Raimi Nightingale, Rachel? Because that's the first one. And then Louisiana is second, and then Beverly is third. But you meet them all in Raimi Nightingale. And that's kind of like when they all meet each other. So that would be a good one to start with. I think you should read them in order. I don't think you have to, but yeah. Laundry is the worst. No, laundry is the best. Putting it away is the worst, but it doesn't take, it's so quick. And it's not like, I don't know. I feel like I love laundry because you just put it in and then you go do other stuff. Then you switch it and then you go do other stuff. Dishes are the worst. I hate doing dishes. I read some of the Left Behind Kids books back in the day, like a really long time ago. Not when I was a kid because they didn't exist, but maybe when I was working with kids, I read some of them, but I don't remember anything about it. But I'm so excited. It's the end of the month. February stunk this year. I'm so glad to see the back end of February. Let me tell you, I'm ready for March. I'm ready for a new month. Come on, guys. Laundry is not the worst. Laundry is definitely not the worst. It's Raimi is Raymie. Raimi Nightingale. It's so good. Yeah, laundry over dishes, laundry over bathroom. Laundry and vacuuming are my favorite. Mopping is down at the bottom with bathroom and dishes, but dishes are at the very bottom. Actually, ironing is at the very bottom, but I just don't iron. So I don't have that as a chore anymore because I just don't do it. My brother, when he moved in here with me, had to like buy an iron for his work shirts because I just didn't have them. Like, I don't have one because I don't iron anything. I nanny. I wear sweatpants and t-shirts to work. Oh, yeah, I don't love mopping. My mom like mopped my kitchen 2 times while she was here for 1 week. I'm like, Mom, it's not that bad. Yeah, okay, I can see that. If you don't have laundry in your place, I get that. It makes it a lot more difficult. All right, everyone, one more sprint. I'm going to finish out tonight reading this one again. I'll see you back here in 15 minutes. We'll do a quick one. All right. Hello, hello. Come on back. My word, ironing is the worst, Rachel. I know that you have to do it for your work, but ew. Yeah, dusting is not great either because I'm allergic to dust. I should do it more often. The worst of laundry is fitted sheets. See, I took advantage of not having laundry when I was in Massachusetts by wrangling a friend into into going over to her house every single week. So I would just save up all my laundry, do it once a week, which is what I still do. And I'd go to a friend's house, and so I had dinner with a friend built in her family. She was married and had 3 kids, and I had dinner with them every single week for 6 years, and it was wonderful, and she's like my sister now. I love her. Let's see. Lord of the Flies. Ugh. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I never did laundry in my building when I lived in Massachusetts. I just always went to my friend's house. Yes, rinse before leaving in the sink helps. I love it. Victoria, given the tips, I still don't like it. Look at you cleaning your baseboards. Baseboards. You guys are funny. Well, you finished one story and started another. Good. 2 more days until middle grade March. I love that your family gets a chore every day and laundry's your favorite. I love it. Sweet. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me again. We will be back here in 2 weeks. It is possible. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, there will be 2 in March. One of them will probably be the middle grade March read-in, which we haven't talked about yet because we haven't nailed down details. We got we did merch this year, and that took up a lot of our time of planning. So we will possibly um, do the read-in like we have for the last 2 years on one of my live weekends. Since I'm already going to be live anyway, might as well make it a middle grade March read-in. So hopefully Amanda or Katie or both of them could join me, but we're doing so many lives that they might not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I hope that you guys have a great night. Um, yeah, and I look forward to seeing what you all read for middle grade March or not, or just regular reading in March. You don't have to read middle grade. You could still be my friend. I'm happy to know you, and I'm happy for you guys to hang out with me. It always means so much that so many of you come and just chill with me. I didn't even have anything planned today. I mean, sometimes we do a tag, as you know, but tonight we were just chit chatting, and I love it. So, Melinda, I look forward to your recipes. I'm excited. All right, everybody have a good night and see you soon. Wednesday night, right here on my channel, is going to be the first middle grade March live. So come on Wednesday if you can. Okay. Oh, tomorrow, live for Celebration of Discipline for those of you who are reading with me. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Bye, all. Love ya.